Fam, what's good? So today is gonna be a quick and easy one, but I want to talk about something that happened to me today that kind of goes along with the focus of the subject, or the subject of focus, something like that. Anyway, I was the recipient of the Pay It Forward movement for the first time in my life. It felt great because of this young lady's efforts, actions. I'm gonna also do the same thing. So if I can't get it done today, I'm definitely doing it very, very soon. I'm gonna make sure I pay it forward to someone, anyone, no matter who they are, because you know what? I was touched by what she did. You know, I was at the gas station pumping gas, and she just walked up to me and she says, "Hey, do you have money for gas?" Now I'm pumping gas while she's saying this, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got money for gas." I'm thinking maybe she's trying to ask me for money, right? But she says, "No, I was gonna pay for your gas." I was like, "What?" And I'm trying to put all this together in my head, you know? My initial thought was, well, shit, let me put the pump up and let you put your card in, right? And I was like, nah, I'm good. I got gas. I said, but if you want to do something nice, you know, give to my charity, donate to my charity. And so I gave her my brochure and explained to her what my charity does. And, you know, hopefully she reaches out. I don't know. But either way, what she did was beautiful. And I'm going to make sure I do the same thing for someone else. So anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is the 1099-C. Okay, the 1099-C is a tax document that you receive if you have forgiven debt. Now, what is forgiven debt? Forgiven debt is simply if you owe, let's say you owe money on a vehicle, right? And let's say you default on that loan, you don't pay it back. The dealership, the lender, the bank has the option to simply forgive the debt. They can do that very easy. They forgive the debt, they write it off on their tax return as a bad debt expense, which I've talked about before, I believe. If I haven't, I'll do a video on that one as well. But they write it off as a bad debt expense, and then they 1099 you, okay? Now, that 1099 is going to be income on your tax return. So I've had a lot of people come to me with 1099 for, like, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 sometimes, and they're saying, what? I got to pay taxes on all that? Well, not exactly. Most of the time, no. All right, and the way that you go around that is you simply file what's called a Form 982, okay? Form 982 says that you are insolvent, all right? Insolvent simply means that you owe more than what you own. And I talked before in a previous video about the business life cycle and the human life cycle financially, how that works. Typically, the older you get, the more liabilities you take on. And so unless you have a lot of assets, right, more than likely you're going to be solvent. Even having an apartment lease, right? That apartment lease is a year-long liability. So if your apartment lease, just to keep things simple, is $500 a month for 12 months, that's a $6,000 liability, okay? So unless your assets, which is cash on hand or vehicles or homes or retirement accounts or whatever, is more than that $6,000, then you're already insolvent, okay? So typically it's a very easy thing to prove. Sometimes not so much. Just depends on who you are and what your financial situation is. And again, that's the reason why trust. Because if you have your money in a trust, it legally doesn't belong to you, and therefore being insolvent is much easier to prove. So again, a 1099-C is what you receive if you owe a debt that has been forgiven. A 1099-A is what you receive if you owe debt on a home that you have defaulted on that has been forgiven. A 1099-A is automatically non-taxable. So you don't have to pay tax on that. The 1099-C, however, is taxable. You do have to pay tax on that. That is ordinary income. But Form 982 allows you to not have to pay taxes on that 1099-C. All right. As always, I'll put a link in the video description for the 982 so that you'll have that for your records. pay it forward.